Today, I will make a tier list of scroll land spell. Here there will be 2 additional categories. There are some spells that are suitable in Chasm or Hell, and there are some that are suitable in anywhere. Okay, now starting from Earth Pillar. Earth Pillar, like Metal Rampart in Deepwoken, this skill is useful if you are an archer, who has a much more ideal attack range than other classes. If you are a mage like me, it feels like a shame to use one skill slot to only use Earth Pillar. Depends on what class you are, because I judge based on usefulness. For now Earth Pillar is in Tier C. Next, Stone Cannon. This skill is like Rudius Greyrat trying to attack Orsted, although it sounds cool. This skill is trash, but it is still more useful than the next skill, Easy Tier C. Next, Earth Wall. Earth Wall, the best earth move right now. Earth Wall is useful for long-range classes to keep their distance. But this skill is less useful for close-range classes and is not even used. But still, if you party in this game, Earth Wall go to. Next, Rock Bullet. Next, Tornado. This is the best stun skill in the game. Not only does it stun, this skill can give quite a bit of physical damage. And even though this tornado scales with physical, classes that scale with magic can still use tornadoes. Next, Wind Slice. This skill has a fairly fast casting, however. The damage is very small and the cooldown is not as fast as the Flame Slice. I can't say much, but it's clear that this skill is bad but not as bad as Stone Cannon, because Wind Slice has a fast casting. Next, Wind Blast. Honestly, I want to say I don't know this skill, but after seeing the showcase, it's disappointing, but maybe in the future, Wind Blast meta PvP. Next, Wind Bind. Walmart Tornado. Next, Flame Slice. I like this skill, you can spam it and the damage is also very strong. The only drawback of this skill is that its movement is very slow. Don't ask why. Most of you already know this skill. Literally, this is Rat Breath but fire. Next, Water Cannon. If you use Mage, you know this skill. This is like Mana Bomb but water. Not much to say because this skill is worthy to use. But it's better to use Flame Slice or Flamethrower. Next, Flame Pillar. Easy S tier. Long range skill. Big damage. The only drawback of this skill is that it requires quite a long casting time. Next, Ignite. I also like this skill, it has fast casting, decent damage. Even though the casting is fast, and the damage is decent, the range of this skill is quite disappointing. Next. This skill is very silly, from the looks of it the name is very cool. Waterfall, but in reality, it's just like a hand pulling out a water gun. Next, Storm Sphere. This skill makes me angry enough. How can I not be angry? They are so overpaying just for this mid skill. I traded my Elder Vine for this skill. Even though there are no things that make this skill enter tier. This skill moves very slowly, does little damage and can even be blocked by something random. Or even blocked by your own summon if you are a warlock. Next, Chain Lightning. This is the only skill that has potential. How could it not be? This skill has a spreading system. When one enemy is hit it will spread to other enemies. Maybe this can be useful in Mother Spider. After this video I will try it, and I will let you know in the comments. For now Chain Lightning is better than B. Chain Lightning has decent damage, fast casting and fast cooldown. Next, Plague of Rats. Summoned 4 to 5 rat, can die for a certain amount of time. The only drawback of this skill is the very long casting and very long cooldown. So I don't recommend if you want to progress alone to use this skill, but still one of the best skill for bosses. Next, Rat Breath. I will explain about this skill in more detail. This skill is the best skill now. I don't know if it'll be nerfed. The reason why this skill is the best for now, this poison is scaling not from magic or physical, but scaling from the amount of enemy health. So the more enemy health the greater the damage. This skill also does not require a special class, of course. Next, Thunder Strike. I actually wanted to put this skill in tier, but I feel that every time I use this skill, the enemy always breaks posture. Maybe the flat posture damage is higher than other skills, so I put Thunder Strike in the last tier S. Okay, that's all for now. Tier S for PvE. For PvP it would be better to wait for Rune Slay update. For Chasm or Hell tier list, don't use Fire spell, because fire damage in Chasm or Hell is reduced to maybe 80% or 90%, I don't know exactly. But my flamethrower damage went from 11 per tick to 3 per tick. You can screenshot this image. That's all. Thank you for watching.